Cheshire's Mammoth Cheese, 1,235 pounds, presented to President Thomas Jefferson, January 1st, 1802. And the AT hiker. Heading out of camp in Cheshire, Massachusetts. Getting close to Vermont. We have a big day today. We are going over the highest point in Massachusetts. We haven't done a mountain this high in a while. We're going over Mount Greylock. That is the mountain that inspired Herman Melville's Moby Dick. He lived right by the mountain and looked up at it, and it looked like a great whale. So that's kind of cool. And we're climbing that one today. I think it's 4,000 something feet. We have not had a mountain that big in a long time. So it's going to be a big challenge. It's supposed to be really pretty. Hopefully this fog clears off. It's supposed to be a nice day today. So hopefully we will have a great view from up at the top. Doing a little side trip. Duncan Donuts. You can see the service station right up here where they have Duncan Donuts. So I'm going to get some coffee and Dunkin' Donuts for breakfast. Second breakfast I already ate. But I could see the service station from the trail, so it wasn't that far. Definitely worth it, I think. Plus I need a water bottle. I need another water bottle. Mine's pretty ratty. Boy, right off the road, straight up the hill. Got it to this nice little pasture though. The Dunkin' Donuts was great. The coffee should get me going. I don't normally have much caffeine anymore. So a large cup of coffee should give me some extra energy to get up the hill, hopefully. Or the big mountain, not a hill. Back into the woods. It's not so steep right now. Let me catch my breath. I like it when they have the climbs. There's a real steep part, then it levels out a little. Real steep part, levels out a little. That way you can keep moving and you can keep breathing. Gives you a little break on the really steep stuff. I just love the woods out here. Massachusetts might be getting close to my favorite state here. There's so many pretty things. Ponds, deep dark woods. I think seeing a moose would just tip the scales in its favor. But we still have lots of time to see a moose. We've got Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, so we might still see one. It's been a lot of climbing, but it sure is beautiful. Real thick forest, mossy and green. Smells like Christmas. So beautiful up here. I'm about 2.5 miles away from the summit, so I've made good progress today. There's not really a view yet, but you can kind of see clouds through the trees a little bit, and you can see how green it is here. Look at how pretty this is. See if I can get over here. Woo, that big old rock moved. I Didn't get my feet wet though. Oh, this is just too pretty. All that moss. Back up we go. Well, so far this climb has not been bad. It's just a long climb. There hasn't been any technical. There's some rocks right now and roots, but it hasn't been a lot of them. It hasn't been cliff climbing or any of that kind of thing. So that's good. It's been really nice. It's just been physical exertion, that's all. Stay out of the mud over here. And I feel pretty good. And I'm about a mile away from the top. So that's exciting. I think there'll be some great views up there. There's a tower up there. I think we can climb up in the tower and look at the views. So I'll do that. These forests are just thick and beautiful. Oh wow, look at this. The frogs. Well, this is going to be fun to climb. It's really a lot of steps. It's not going to be hard. I can do that with my poles. Greylock Summit, point 4. Just crossed a road that people can drive up to get to the summit. You don't have to hike unless you're doing the AT. Got to climb to get up to the summit. It's not a bad one though. The rocks are kind of arranged in steps, so it's not as hard as it looks. Here we are. A lot of people here.
This is the road we drove up.
Here's the AT. We went through the town of Cheshire and
It's
up
a little easier this way, huh?
and
Yeah,
over.
we could have just put the car up and tossed it
We're
off the
right
top.
at the
Would've
very
made it.
top, that little dot.
They were from 5 years ago, like I requested.
Mount
You
Greylock
could have made it in 20
Summit.
seconds.
Erected by Massachusetts in grateful recognition of the loyalty and sacrifice of her sons and daughters in war, they were faithful even unto death. Those immortal dead who live again in minds made better by their presence. It's beautiful and it glitters. This is the direction we came from to get up here. Here's the view as we're heading down the trail from the War Memorial. Heading down to a campsite and a shelter where I'll tent camp. It is not far away. It was like, I think 11 miles total for the day. So it's going to be a really short day for me, which is okay. I want to enjoy something that I haven't gotten to do. They have hiker festivals all through, you know, all the states and a lot of the towns where the AT goes through. And they usually have it around the bubble. Well, I left early, so I passed all of those festivals, hiker festivals. The bubble's catching up to me now. And there's one coming up on Saturday. And it's only like 20 miles away from where I'll be tonight. So I am going to take it a little easy and go to that festival. I think it's worth it to be able to attend one of them on this hike. So even if it means that I'll finish a couple days later or a day later, because I slowed down and took it easy for a few days to get to this hiker festival in Vermont. So some other hikers around me are doing the same thing. They're not pushing miles, they're just planning on enjoying the festival. And then other people behind me are pushing miles trying to get to the festival, most likely. So hopefully it'll be fun. It'll be something to experience on the trail since I've missed every single other one. Some of them by just days, a lot of them by weeks or a month even, because we started so early. Should be getting close to the shelter. I just wanted to show you this though. It's just so beautiful. Oh, there's a parking lot. It goes that way. The trees are taller down here. Up at the summit, they were small, like the trees are kind of in Maine and in Canada. Well, New Brunswick and Nova Scotia. Anyway, the trees are all just a little higher than a building. They're not the giant trees here, but these are some taller ones here. There's the Wilbur Clearing Shelter. I have to go down this blue blaze, get off the trail, and it is 0.3 miles away. We'll see how this goes. We've got a group, I believe a church group, a youth group of little boys that are coming down here too. They're behind me. I passed them. Real nice. So we'll see how it goes, because they're getting here kind of late and a lot of the hikers are going to be in bed already or almost in bed, eating dinner and ready to go to bed. But they know that, you know, hikers go to bed early, so I think they'll probably be really polite and let everybody sleep and be quiet. I know it's going to be hard for them because they're really excited about being here, and they're young, but they seem like super polite, nice young men. They're hiking down here with some adults to do a 2-day hiking trip. Still heading to the shelter. I'm gonna tent camp if there's room. It's nice and cool tonight. The view from inside the privy. Somebody got fancy. Campsite for the night.